told you on the phone, we'll just be out playing somewhere.
But where?
I don't know, I'm with friends.
I don't want him out playing with friends, Richard.
Jennifer, he's not a baby.
I don't care! I don't care!
For Christ's sake, you bring me home in the middle of the day just to start telling me I haven't seen him for an hour. Perhaps we should talk about getting something on nerves.
There's nothing wrong with my nerves, Richard. It's just this place. I hate it. Richard, I want to move.
For Christ's sake, how many times? The factory is here, my work is here.
It doesn't have to be somewhere far away. We have to move. Or something terrible will happen, something bad.
What is this thing you keep talking about getting away from?
It's these people that Edward started mixing with. Can't you see how he's drawn to them? They're drawing him away from me.
Oh Christ, I really think you should see a doctor.
Hello? How long have you lived here?
A few years.
Are you always going to follow me?
Follow? I didn't follow anyone.
Don't lie, you followed me here. You gave me that necklace, didn't you? You're very clever, aren't you?
Just wanted him to have a picture of me, even though he'd never know.
Afraid he might actually have forgotten you. Oh, don't worry, there's no chance of that happening. Even after we moved, he actually started to talk less of you and your family. I started just for a second to think he might actually be mine.
He is yours!
No, he's not. I took him. I never made him mine. Is it money you want? What? How much?
Nothing! Nothing!
Thousands. I'm talking about thousands. Think of what you could do with money like that.
I'd spend it. I'd spend it on junk. I've made a life here. It may not be what you want, but I've made it. I'm staying. You go if you want to.
I would, but you'd just follow me again, wouldn't you? I know that now. Anywhere I go, you're always going to be there. Always and forever, just like a shadow. I would make you go if I could, but you won't. So...
You're mad! Mad! Witch! I can't shoot! Witch! Just go! Go!
On the hill does mad woman lives, never ever eats the sweet she gives. Just throw them away and tell your dad. High up on the hill there's a woman gone mad. Mad woman living on the hill. She has pressure on and you never will. Grow any further, your teeth will go bad. High up on the hill there's a woman gone mad.
Linda?
Mickey?
Hello, Linda.
Hey, Eddie.
Why haven't you been to see me?
I heard you had friends. I didn't like putting in.
You'd never be buzzing in, and you know it. It wouldn't matter if I never saw those friends again, as long as I could be with you.
Eddie.
Look, I'm offering you. All we need is someone to keep an eye for us. Look at you, Mickey. What have you got? Nothing. Like me, ma'am. Where are you going to take guitar for New Year? Nowhere.
You might as well know that I'm never going to see you again. I've always loved you. You must know that by now.
We don't use shooters. They're just frighteners. Everyone behaves when you see a shooter. You won't even be where the action is. Just keep an eye out for us.
I'm sorry.
50 quid, Mickey. 50 quid for an hour's work. Just think where you can take Linda with that amount of cash.
I'm sorry, Linda.
Look, it's alright, I suppose. I guess I've always loved you. Always loved you, Eddie.
Then marry me.
Didn't Mickey tell you we got engaged 2 weeks back and I'm expecting a baby?
50 notes. All right.
Great. Cheer up, will ya? It's New Year.
See you, Eddie.
Linda,
You coming in?
yeah, I'll be back about 8. Listen, you get dressed up ready.
What?
I'm taking you out. We're going out for a slap-up meal, and then we're going dancing, and then you can go to town tomorrow and get some new clothes.
And where's all the money coming from?
I'm doing some work.
What?
Listen, Linda, you just get ready.
Mickey?
Wait, is that your Sammy?
Yeah, shut up, Linda. You should be ready by 8.
Mickey.
Don't piss around me, pal. I said give. Listen, it's not a toy, you know. We We're not playing games. You don't get up again for one of these, hits you. I said, listen to me. I said, don't you bloody touch that!
There's a man lies bleeding on a garage floor.
You shot him. I know I bloody did. You shot him. Move, I've got to get this hit.
And maybe if they counted to 10 and crossed their fingers, it would all be a game and no one would have lost.
Yep. Is there another scene or?
No, that's it.
Okay, right. Those are formed up on there then. No, you're okay. Okay. Since the last time we've done it then, all I want to know is how you've developed your character since then. John, should start with you.
Well, in this scene, it's quite an emotional scene for Edward because he's in love with Linda, although he does realise that she's actually engaged to Mickey. And I think in some ways the reason why he's so close is that he's very insecure. He's quite a lonely person at heart. And I'm trying to convey that sort of emotion in this particular scene since we last discussed it.
Okay, how are you doing that?
I'm trying to use sort of
You're doing well. Just relax.
pitches and different tones of voice and movement to vary between the different lines. So it might be like one line might be "I love you" and you'd be quite sentimental and quite emotional about that, and then another different line might be, you know, he's always loved her and he wants her to know that.
Okay, all right. Well, how have you developed your character in that?
Well, in the Mrs. Johnston scene, it was really, really dramatic. And it shows that how Mrs. Johnston realises how mad Mrs. Lyons has actually gone. And it sort of starts there, if you know what I mean, like all the superstition that's coming true. And she starts to realise it then. And that's when you really see how mad Mrs. Lyons has gone.
Yeah, okay, so how have you developed it since the last time you ran through this?
Well, there's a lot more, because we didn't really shout, and we blocked it like better so everyone can like see stuff. And then at the beginning, well, not at the beginning, like by the end, there's I'm stood in the middle, so she's like having it going really mad behind me, and then it just goes from there really.
Okay, Elliot?
Since the last time we've done it, I've improved my character because he's more anxious and he doesn't want to take up Sammy's offer of doing the job. But the more Sammy talks him into it, the more Mickey realises, seeing as he's so poor and he hasn't got a job, he hasn't been able to do anything for Linda recently, and Sammy's kind of hit upon his weak spot. So Sammy says that you can take Linda out and stuff. So he kind of thinks, well, yeah, I could do that because, well, Linda's my girl and I need to give her a treat and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So
also, he seems more anxious when he's talking to Linda because he's really nervous about the job, and he's kind of snappy to Linda.
okay.
Asking loads of questions and he doesn't want to tell her about what he's doing.
All right, and Jill?
I think I've improved on it since last time because when Eddie's telling Linda how he really feels and everything, it's kind of not necessarily put her in shock because she must have always kind of known, but it's kind of like, oh, it was true and it was like everything's just kind of been told now. And then when Mickey starts telling her that he's going to be taking her out and everything, I think it kind of confuses her. So I think she feels a little bit, she's still a bit thinking about what she's just been told as well, so she's not really with it when he's telling.
Yeah, she's in a bit of a sort of daze, isn't she? She's just been told by a friend of hers for years that he's in love with her, and then that whole friendship and dynamic that they've had has been destroyed. And then at the very same time, her husband-to-be is telling her to get out of the way, and that everything's going to be great tonight, but she knows that there's a bad thing happening because of that. Yeah, I think that's right. Hannah?
I think that, like, in the scene with Mrs. Lyons and Richard, it's, like, kind of been improved because I kind of act a little bit more mad and crazy in that one, so it kind of shows that she is starting to go completely mad, whereas she's actually still denying it to Richard that she does need help and she needs to see a doctor and things. But then in the scene with Mrs. Lyons and Mrs. Johnson, the stabbing scene, she actually stops denying it and completely shows how mad that she's gone, and then when she kind of screams in the Mad Woman chant, it's kind of the cracking point there.
Okay. John? No, John. Richard?
Yeah, I think I improved this scene from the last one because I kind of act like he's awkward around her every time he's around. Like, he once loved her, but like, there's no love there anymore because she's just going crazy around him. And he's not home a lot, but when he is, there's always something going on with her. She's mad about something. Yeah, so I kind of act awkward around her in a way and a bit frightened of what's going to happen to her.
Okay. Abby?
I think I've developed the character emotionally because he's trying to come across as like a real man and a tough guy, but when it comes down to it, when he shot the man, he felt quite shaky and timid and was kind of lost control of the situation and didn't know what to do, so he ran out that door and let Mickey take the blame. Which shows that he's really careless and he would go through anything to get what he wants.
Yeah, that all that stuff up front is actually just a load of nonsense. Okay, really well done. Thank you very much. Good.